Hi, welcome back to RealmTale. In the last episode, we worked on these windmills here, which are just providing some power, per se, to the city. And of course, the city doesn't actually need power, but yeah, this just makes it seem like it does use power, which it definitely doesn't. But yeah, we also have some daylight detectors in the form of these solar panels over here as well, just to provide some extra power to the cities. But I'm sure you've read the title, and that's right, we're going to do some more map art. I had a lot of fun a couple episodes ago when we worked on the map art over here, which was the stop signs. We used that mostly 3 times, and that was about it. But yeah, these stop signs turned out really cool. So I don't know, I just had a lot of fun doing map art stuff. So I have a really cool idea planned for today's episode in the terms of map art. Okay, so we're back up here now, and I'm sure you're all wondering, what is the map art? You're probably not, because it's shown on the thumbnail. But yes, the map art I'm going to do is this Believe cat, but more importantly, me as the Believe cat. Now, I've run into some issues with this as the Believe cat. Obviously, it was too pixelated, so when I put it into the map art thing, it just didn't work. So I came up with this one, where there's kind of a spiral pattern. It's got the blue and a light blue kind of streaks in there, and that worked out perfectly on the map art thing. The map art little website should be up on screen right now with the full thing working. So that's what I'm going to go for. It means I need a lot of certain types of block, mostly wool. So I've gathered a whole ton of wool here. We might have to get more wool, to be honest, because this is just, 2 shulkers of it. And we're going to have to dye this, light blue mostly. And what's pretty cool is that the blue sections, the darker blue of the poster, actually can be used with water. So it's actually fine. We won't even have to do anything because we'll be doing it in the ocean. The other thing we need is a whole ton of raw iron. So I have a whole ton of iron ore here that has been gathered. I'm going to use a fortune pick just to get this all into raw iron blocks here. So yeah, those are going to be the 2 major things I need. Post-editing Josh here to tell you that the quality does decrease a lot. That's because the videos were corrupted. I did my best to save them. Sorry in advance. Alright, some time has gone by. I actually had to go back out and get some more iron ore because I need a lot more raw iron, and this is a waste of iron, to be quite frank with you. But yeah, we need it to actually get the right shade of color here for the map art. So yeah, there's our iron done. Let's move on to the stuff like the wool and the other things. So for the wool, we need mostly light blue wool. So I've actually gathered a whole ton of blue cornflowers here because that will give us our blue dye for the light blue part of it. And then we also have a whole ton of bones from our very, very old skeleton farm that will give us a ton of white dye, which we can then turn this into light blue. Okay, so this should be enough to just get a whole ton of light blue dye here. Light blue wool, yeah, there we go. So if I just craft up a whole ton of this should be a good amount. And plus the website actually calls for this, but we don't actually need to use the wool itself. We can use the carpets, quite frankly, and that will save us a whole ton of wool here, because the carpets, crafting up 2 of the carpets actually gives us 3 stacks. So yeah, that's gonna save us some bits there. So that's gonna be another thing we'll use here. All right, after many hours of collecting stuff, it's actually been a very long time. I have everything. This should be everything. So obviously the raw iron is in here. That should be enough. It says we need 8 stacks, so it's a little bit less than 8 stacks, but should be enough there. Because I think I'm gonna change out some of the blocks, so it should be better. Some white terracotta, that's obviously for my face and arms. We have some black carpet here. This is way more than we need. I only need 4 stacks of this, so honestly we can make some more room in there. Always like having an extra bit just in case. That's for the glasses. We have some spruce planks for my hair. The blocks of emerald are going to be for the J on my chest. The block of lapis is for I think just parts of the background, just parts that are a little bit darker near the edges. Same thing with the clay and ice. It just makes transition better. All this white is going to be for my shirt, and then obviously the words Believe, and we have all the light blue carpets just for that. And we have a whole ton of netherrack because we actually need something to place the carpets on. So yeah, it should be working. Yeah, I'm going to get to the map district and we'll lay out how to do this. Okay, we're back out at the map district. There's the giant stop sign, and here is the future Believe poster of me. Yeah, I don't know. This is going to be an awesome project to work on. It might take a lot longer than the stop sign did. But yeah, we're going to go for it right now. I think the best plan here is to just outline major sections. So yeah, I'm gonna go in here. And the best part is you see the blue on the map right now. Whatever left here on the blue is basically what we're going to leave. So the blue that is seen on the map, the darker blue, is basically just going to be kept there. So yeah, time to work at it. All right, guys. So some time has gone by. We have the letters Believe spelt out. And before I say anything right away, there is some problems that I've noticed. I think I can zoom in here, but yeah, the text here, you'll see like a highlight on everything that's facing upward. You even see that on the the stripes here. There's an outline up there, there's one there, and that's because the carpets I'm using aren't actually on the same level as the water, which I didn't really think about when making this. So that is an issue that obviously will not look as good when I'm finished, or it might look good. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, the problem here is that the carpet is technically not on this block. The netherrack is on the same level as the water, but the carpet's not. So for this to actually make sense, the thing would have to be down here. So I'd have to put the carpet here, but obviously that won't work because yeah, there's water here. So the best thing I can think of is I do the outlines all over again in wool, and then just lower everything down here, which would take a lot of time, but it is a possibility that I could do in the near future. Probably not in an episode or anything like that, because it would just take a crazy amount of time. However, yeah, if I don't like the finished product here, that is an option. Overall, though, I am pretty liking this a lot here. It is a little bit rough having to place a lot of netherrack and then not knowing which parts are the white or not. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way it's turned out so far. And of course, we have the letters down here, and you'll see this little section right here is for my hands because, you know, I'm in an upwards pose here. So yeah, I will start working on my body here and put away some of those blocks. The issue has gotten worse, guys. I just finished doing just my hair, and I've noticed a bigger issue. See that dark black line right there? Yeah, that's the overlapping part from the carpet. So, for example, if we just destroy 3 carpet here, you'll notice that line is no longer there. Of course, that's where the netherrack is. So, yeah, we might have to get a whole ton of wool here and do the outlines of these in wool, and then lower everything else, which is going to take a very long time, but I think it's going to be worth it in the end because we're not going to have these lines. So I'm going to have to put this project on hold and gather some more blocks. Okay, so we're back, and I realized I could also just use concrete powder, so that's what I'm going to use instead. I also have some black in here just for the glasses part of the map, which of course I kind of have to change as well. So I honestly don't know how to do this. I might finish the entire map, then go back and fix all the details, because I think it's gonna be simpler, because there's 2 ways I could do this. A, I just do it all, but that means I'd have to place all the netherrack in and then destroy it. So I'm just gonna, you know, not bother placing all the netherrack then destroying it. I'll have to do that regardless, but I think it'd be simpler to just place the outlines from now on and then just not fill it in, because there's no point to put the carpet down if I'm gonna just destroy it later. So it will be a finished map, but not exactly. I will go back and fix all of this as well. It shouldn't be too hard because, again, we've already basically placed the netherrack in to drain the water there, so I can now place the carpets. So yeah, it's gonna... Alright, it's a new day here. Yesterday I lost power during a thunderstorm because I was working on it. If you'll notice, the last couple clips were a little bit blurry. I apologize. The video, you know, I was over there with OBS. I paused it, and then when the power lost, it didn't save the recording, so that was my best to save it. Obviously, the quality dropped, so again, I apologize for that. However, in the meantime, I have changed all of it, so now it is now on the same level. It actually looks pretty cool, I'm not going to lie. Like, the way it drops down in certain sections, you can see where it kind of is the outlining of everything. Yeah, it's pretty cool. However, I think the best way to do this is literally to finish the map, because right here, I'm just confused about what parts need to be replaced because I haven't actually done this stripe yet. So I'm just going to finish this here and maybe do the body and head and whatnot, now that I know that the borders of carpeting areas need to be outlined. So that's what I'm going to do, and we're going to work forward here. Okay, quick update. We've gotten a lot of it done, actually. If we look at the map here, you'll notice, yeah, a lot of it's done here. The entire shirt is done. The face is all there. Obviously, we have netherrack glasses. I still have to lower this down and put carpet there for the glasses, because if we just put the black carpet on top, it's going to be, you know, looking like it's on top. For example, there you go. There's some shadow in there, which we obviously want to avoid. So yeah, we're going to have to lower this eventually, but I'll get to that down the line. As of right now, I just want to focus on doing everything. So next up is the pants. So we're going to get the copper out here, or not copper, the raw iron out, and we're going to do all of this. So yeah. Yeah, we've just been following it to a T here, and I even went to a nearby guardian temple. There's actually one like right over there. I wonder if we can even see it. There it is right there. That's the bit of the archway to the entry. And we got some sponges, which just made, you know, sponging out this area pretty easy, so we didn't have to place the extra netherrack there to try it out. Though we're gonna work on the pants here. I'll be back. Okay, so I gathered 8 stacks for this, and I still need more. So yeah, we're gonna go gather more iron, which is just, I feel like such a waste. So honestly, might once I do this, I'm gonna lock the map and I'm gonna get this iron back, because that's so much iron that basically everything, single one of these could be a block per se, because we could smelt the iron. Yeah, it's kind of a waste, but yeah, I think down the line I'm definitely gonna destroy this and replace it. And who knows, maybe I find a block that works even better than iron. Maybe something like sand. It's a little bit yellower, but yeah, we could honestly switch this out. But yeah, I'm gonna go gather some more iron as well. Okay, and we are now finished with the body. Again, apart from the glasses, we've yet to do those. So now we just have to come in and do all of these very long, tedious streaks here and do the outline. So yeah, it looks actually really cool. There's like a weird 3D effect going on due to the way it looks. But yeah, again, we'll probably lock this map and change out those raw iron pants because that's just a lot of iron we're missing out on right now. Alright guys, now everything has been lined out, all the borders of all of it, which is kind of hard to look at because if you just look at the edges, I can't just start down here because I actually don't know if that's a light blue. Actually, by the way it looks out, that's light blue, light blue, light blue. So you kind of have to go clockwise, and I'm going to work that way around because, yeah, we have to do a lot of placing netherrack below the water, then draining it out with a sponge, and then putting in the carpets. So it's going to be a pretty rough little time here, but yeah, I'm going to get my netherrack out. We're going to get the placing. Alright, and just like that, we now have netherrack below all the areas. So we just got to now drain the water and then place the carpets. So it actually kind of looks pretty cool. Obviously, that's not how I'm going to ultimately have it end up being. But yeah, if I magically ran out of blocks and couldn't get carpet, I wouldn't be upset with it looking this way. Alright, so now we got to gather a whole ton of sponges, which we have somewhere. The shulker mess is growing. There they are. Alright, we only have 12, so yeah, we're going to have to dry those out. But yeah, I'm going to get to placing a whole ton of this and just rinse and repeat until I am done. And just like that, the netherrack is now showing because all the water has been drained with some sponges here. A couple trips to nether really do wonders there. Okay, now we just take out the blue carpet, a lot of it, and honestly we can start put away our tools to give ourselves some extra inventory space here because we're not going to really need this. Honestly, just the sword to kill some mobs. Bed, we don't need this. Okay, and yeah, we just take all this and off we go. Let's get to placing. Okay, now all the carpet has been placed and have way too much carpet left over. That's obviously because I didn't actually use the carpet for the borders here, which the map art website calculated. So only thing left to do are those beautiful red shades. We got to turn them to the normal black. So yeah, I'm gonna go back under here and yeah, let's get that done. And just like that, we are now complete with this map. I was trying to fly there. Got to swap in the wings. Man, those are broken. Okay, just like that, the map is finished. Believe. Motivational poster complete. It was a bit of a waste of resources. I definitely have to swap out those pants because raw iron for that is just not the play. But yeah, there we go. Believe in yourself, folks. That's my motivational message for today's episode, based off of the very popular Believe Cat poster, but now with me. So now I'm going to lock this map, and yeah, we can, you know, start decorating the base with it, stuff like that. So this was a pretty fun project, kind of pointless, because it's really only going to be used in small bits in the base, but yeah, I had a lot of fun doing it. I just love doing map art all of a sudden. So yeah, I'm going to pack up all of my stuff here. There is a mess of shulkers here, and yeah, we'll head back to the base. Okay, we are back at the mega base now, and if you guys come over here, there it is. There is our painting all hung up here. It's meant to be like a painting, kind of like a motivational poster. Again, it's a motivational cat poster, so there you go. It's hung up there now next to our actual cats over here, and I think that's a small touch there. I think I gotta work this into better spots, because, you know, I wanted it next to my bed here, so it's like, you know, you wake up, you got a motivational poster smacking you in the face in the morning. However, I don't know if that's like the best spot. It doesn't really look that good, so I need to come up with a cool spot where to put this, where I'll just kind of blend in, look cool, and also where I'll see it occasionally, because, you know, I want to make sure I can see that often. I don't really go over to this section very often, so yeah, the poster may not be seen as much, so yeah, I definitely have to work out where to find it. In the other terms, I have this map. This is an unlocked one, and I was thinking, let's replace those pants with some jungle planks. It might darken it a little bit, it might look a little bit off, but at the end of the day, I already have a locked one all ready to go. This is just to hopefully recover some iron blocks, and in the small chance someone goes over there and makes an actual map of this, at least it won't look terrible. It won't be like I'm wearing nothing, for example. So yeah, I'm gonna replace that right now. That way I can get those iron blocks back, because that is a lot of iron that I can use in the future. So yeah, this is what I mean when I say I darkened the pants a little bit with the jungle planks here, because yeah, it does darken the area a lot there. But however, we got a ton of raw iron blocks here, which we can obviously turn back into the item form, then smelt the items, then turn back into iron blocks. So basically everything you see here could be iron blocks, which is just a ton of iron for me, which is going to be obviously very plus in the future of the world. So I'm kind of happy I did that. And now if someone really wants to travel there, they can have a map art of me. It's going to be a little scuffed because it's obviously darker, but yeah, it's super helpful there. All right, with that, I'm going to call an episode for today. Not much projects were done in today's episode. Quite literally, we only got this one block finished, but yeah, a lot of blocks were placed to get that one block placed. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. If you liked it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. It helps me out a ton. Thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for more.